Hi, guys. Welcome back to Fresh Talk with me, your host, Jada Gyamfi, presented by Estella's Fresh Mex. So, I haven't seen you guys in a while, obviously. Super sorry about that. I've been a little bit busy with this thing called basketball that I kind of do part time, but I'm back. And today I'm going to be answering tons and tons and tons and all of the questions that you guys have asked me via my TikTok and just giving you a little update on where I've been, how's life, what's going on. So, yeah. Let's do it. So the first comment is, tell us about student teaching and plans after college, etc. So plans after college for me as of right now are to become a teacher. That's what I'm in school for. So that's what I'm going to do when I'm done, use my degree. The student teaching is a little bit special and different when you're an athlete, especially basketball, because we play through both semesters. So I cannot technically student teach while I still have eligibility, so I have to come back an extra semester after I use all my 4 years of eligibility, and then I'll do student teaching. So, yeah, it kind of sucks, but I can still graduate and, walk with everyone who's my class. I just won't technically be graduated, so it'll be a lie. But when you see my graduation pictures next year, don't say anything, okay? Okay, what kind of teacher I want to be? I love the teacher comments. I want to be an elementary teacher. I haven't really decided what grade I prefer, but I think that I will be happy anywhere. And there's a little bit of a shortage for teachers right now, so I shouldn't have any trouble finding a job. We need more teachers. Go to school to be a teacher. What do I do on an off day? This is a great question because today actually was an off day for me. So I will walk you guys through what I did today, which is a lot more productive than I normally am. Most of the time I just chill at home, but today I did a lot of fun things. So I woke up, I try to hang out with friends on off days. So me and Natalie hung out today, which if you follow my TikTok, you saw us together. We got breakfast, ran errands. Off days are definitely errand days. And then let's see, what else did I do? I had a swarm event that I just came right here, and now I'm filming. And this is probably an ideal off day for me. Got to see friends, did a little bit of business working stuff, and doing more business working stuff right now, but this is fun business working stuff, so I love it. My favorite thing about Iowa, I've been thinking about this a lot lately because it's kind of started to set in for me that I am almost done with college. I'm a lot closer to the end than I am the beginning, thank God. But my favorite thing about Iowa, and I think what I will take away and cherish the most, is definitely the people and the relationships that I've built being here. I have met my people at Iowa, the people that will be in my life probably until the end. So that's definitely my favorite thing, the people, and the experiences I've gotten because of that. I always talk about how I have really cool, famous friends, and I met them all here, and they've given me some pretty cool experiences. So I would say that. What's being on the team like? Any funny stories? I would say our team is a lot different this year than it was last year. I feel like we're a lot younger, and I feel a whole lot older. I felt really, really young the last 2 years, and I was a baby, and now I feel like I'm a grandma. So that's the biggest change for me. I just feel so old, and I'm trying to keep up with the trends. I'm trying to be in on the jokes, trying my best, and it's hard for me. All these kids nowadays, I can't. But it's a lot of fun, and it's great. Ooh, this is a fun question. Favorite gift or most thoughtful gift you've gotten or given? I'm trying to think of, okay. Most thoughtful gift I've been given was tickets to the Eras Tour from Caitlin. That's the sweetest gift I've ever been given, and the most Jada gift. And then the most thoughtful gift I have given, when I was in high school, my grandpa passed away, and I can't remember if I got this for my mom's birthday or Christmas, but one of my really good friends, Sophie, if you're watching this, you're amazing, but I had her paint a picture, my mom's favorite picture of my grandpa, and it's him riding a bike with little balloons on the back of the bike. It was so unreal and such a cute picture, but I had her paint it, and my mom loved it, and it's up in our kitchen right now. And that's probably the most thoughtful gift I've ever given. I really love giving gifts. Favorite jersey to wear? The pink one, duh. We wear pink ones for our breast cancer games. And I can't remember what year it was, if it was my freshman or sophomore year, but we had like so many pink games, and it was amazing because we just kept having to wear the pink jersey. And if I could wear it every single game, I would. It's amazing. Okay, difficulties I've faced playing basketball and how I've managed to overcome them. Goodness. Difficulties. I would say, and not to sound like ungrateful by any means, but being a collegiate athlete is very difficult. There's obviously a lot of perks, and like a lot of it is very great and it looks really great from the outside, but there are also a lot of difficulties with injury, mental health stuff. I would say like mental health stuff is probably the most difficult part, and how I've overcome it, I would say just using my circle. Like I have definitely more now than I did before, but I have a really good group of friends and like people who really care about me and understand me and what I need. And so whenever I face like adversity or, I'm having like a moment, like I had one this week, oh man. But I just like look to my friends and they're very helpful. I'd say like that's the most important thing. Friends and relationships are number one necessity for a happy life. If you had to be stuck on a deserted island with either Gabby, Kate, or Caitlin, who would you pick and why? I'm going to rank. Oh, golly. Gabby's going to see this and be so mad at me, but I'm going to put Kate at number 1 because I think we would survive and get off the island perfectly. Gabby is going to go at number 2. We would die on that island together. Like, we would not make it off, but I'd probably be the most, like, content to spend time with her alone. And, like, if I was stuck with Gabby, I would accept the fact that we were going to die, but, like, that's my bestie, so I'd be okay. Caitlin at number 3, because we wouldn't get off. We would not find any food. I would have to be the one to do everything. And all she would just be, like, in my ear, like, oh, my God, I'm so hungry. And she'd get so sunburnt, too, because she's very fair-skinned. She would complain about that. And, yeah, we would not make it off the island. That girl has no island survival skills. Neither do I. But she would just be... Oh, I'm also supposed to give Caitlin a shout-out, so sorry I put you at number 3. Love you, kitten, but, yeah, no, we're not making it off that island. Me and Gabby might. Me and Caitlin. H-E-L-L, no. And now, word from our sponsor, Madison at Mad Lashes Salon and Boutique. What do you do in a normal practice? So I'll give you guys like the fullest day of what we do if we have like a full day. For me, recently, I start every day by rehab, which is an hour before practice starts. So I do rehab on my knees, and then I would say once or maybe twice a week, the girls who play less than 20 minutes a game do conditioning. So we do that. And then sometimes we'll do like pre-practice shooting or drills. And then we go in and watch film for probably about 45 minutes to scout like whatever team we're playing next. And then we go through practice, and typically I could pretty much tell you what we're going to do every single day. There's some times where they switch it up, but we start with like transition stuff, and then we break down and do like individual defense or like break down the team that we're playing, their plays into like little tidbits and work on that. And then we'll do half-court offense against the guys in man. Then we'll do it in zone. And then we'll play against each other. And then we shoot free throws. Then we do offense. So we do shooting, go through our plays, play against the guys, sometimes play against each other. And then we do one cycles, which is just like we either start on offense or defense, go down, play offense or defense, come back, play offense or defense, and then the next team goes. So that's like a one cycle. 3 possessions. Then sometimes we end with like 5-minute game clock scrimmages, and then that's pretty much it. And then we'll go lift. So that's pretty much what we do every single day in practice. Sometimes they'll switch up like the order of things, but I've gotten pretty good at knowing how much time is left in practice based on what drill we're at. Gotta think, gotta be smart kids. Something that has brought me joy recently, I would say thinking about the future has brought me a lot of joy, and like planning for my future. Not necessarily like too far ahead in the future, but like knowing that like Caitlin's gonna come visit me pretty soon. That'll be fun. And like I have really fun plans for April and seeing Gabby and more WNBA games this summer. Like thinking about that stuff has been really bringing me a lot of joy. If I could be on any TV show, which one would you be on and why? Dang. This is hard. Okay, so my first instinct was to say Gossip Girl, because who doesn't want to be a rich teenager living in New York City? You know what I'm saying? That would be great. But then I was like, Grey's Anatomy, because I used to want to be a doctor until I realized you got to be in school for like 50 million years. And then I was thinking The Vampire Diaries, because if you've ever seen that show, I would be with Damon Salvatore. So I don't know. One of those three. Maybe Grey's Anatomy has too much loss in it, and low-key so does The Vampire Diaries. I'm going to go Gossip Girl. Seems calm. Oh my God! I'm such an idiot. Whit just showed me New Girl, duh. Oh my God. Okay, wait, here's my thing with New Girl, and this is my problem with all shows. So I've watched New Girl, I'm not kidding you guys, every single day since the first time I watched it, which was during COVID. So that's 5 years. I watched it every single day for 5 years. I'm not kidding. So in my head, that is my actual life. And that's why I didn't say New Girl. It would be 100% New Girl, no ifs, ands, buts about it. But I do feel like the characters in New Girl are my friends. We text. We're friends. So sorry, I forgot that. Golly. Jeez, Jada. Thanks, Whit. If I could be on any WNBA team, which would it be? Either the Fever or the Valkyries. Duh. Just to be with my friends. I wouldn't care about anything basketball-wise. I just want to be with my friends. Oh, golly. This is like a 5-parter. New Year's resolutions. What have I been up to? Dating life. Girl boo. Plans for the summer. Core 4 updates. Okay, New Year's resolutions. I don't really believe in New Year's resolutions. I think it's so stupid and a little bit gimmicky. Everyone, thank you, Whit. Yeah, claps. Everyone's like, oh, I'm going to turn my life around starting January 1st. Hardly ever happens. Also, I don't believe that New Year's is a really big thing. And this is the one time that I'm probably going to sound pretty conceited, but like, okay, the earth is getting 1 year older, but like, I don't really care. The new year for me is my birthday because I get 1 year older, and that's what matters. It's my life, not the world's life, you know? I'm only around for like maybe 100 years. So that's my New Year's, is my birthday. Moving on. What have I been up to? Basketball, school, Fortnite, binging TV shows. I recently watched Tell Me Lies. Amazing. If you are above the age of 18, I'm going to say you should probably watch that show. Whitney, you should really watch it. It's so good. Can't wait for season 3 to come out. So good. And that's about it. Dating life, don't have one. And plans for the summer. Me and Gabby are going to go to as many WNBA games as possible. That's all I really have right now. And Core 4 updates, I don't know. They tend to surprise me with things. So I never know anything. I just let them in whenever they come a knocking. Favorite college memory outside of basketball? Outside of basketball, WNBA draft, that's probably basketball. Getting Luna, that's like the most unrelated to basketball thing that's probably happened to me. Yeah. Getting Luna. I had a really fun trip to Chicago this past summer with my good friend Marit, so that was pretty fun. Favorite superstition before games. So last year, me and Sharon would always do a spin and a dip before our final like drill before going in for the game. And that was probably my favorite because we started off and it was really rocky. I was obviously being spun and dipped because I'm not very strong. But we started off really rocky. But by the end of the year, we were so good at it. Like Sharon would whip me around and then dip me. And it was like so smooth and amazing. Like we should have been on Dancing with the Stars. That's probably one of my favorite ones that I've ever had. Right now, I would probably say Me and Coach Raina, when we break up for one of the drills, we do a little jazz hands and a dab, and that's pretty funny. Switching accounts, ladies and gentlemen. Shameless plug for my spam, even though I haven't been accepting any followers. Sorry, guys. I'm gatekeeping.
Okay, I want to get questions about
Quiet. I heard myself. Okay, sorry. Got to look through my comments here. Oh, okay. So what's been going on recently? Speaking of, so TikTok is getting banned, basically is what I've been hearing and what I've gathered. And a lot of people have been asking me, what am I going to do? One, sub violently. But I feel like I should have another social media outlet, since I feel like Instagram is a little bit hard, because everyone tries to be so aesthetic, and Instagram is like its own whatever stupid thing. Bring back casual Instagram, by the way, even though I will never. Such a hypocrite. But so maybe if TikTok gets banned, a lot of people have been talking about Red Note. I don't know how I feel about that yet. We'll see. I'll probably wait on that. But maybe perchance I will finally start a YouTube channel. I will let you guys know. I'll keep you updated on, not TikTok, on my Instagram story maybe. But if TikTok actually does get banned, I will probably have to film on YouTube, so be on the lookout for that. Next. Oh, someone asked, what's your relationship like with each of the managers? I love our managers. They are so great and so amazing. And it's kind of funny because they're just like an extension of us. Like, they're like our teammates, but they're also like our brothers, and they do a lot for us. But they're great. Tanner, which I don't know if you guys, well, you probably have watched my episode with the managers. I didn't have all of them on there. We have 3 others, Zola, Gabby, and Matt. But Tanner's like the head manager and also the one I've known the longest. And he's really great. They're all really great. And I get sad. I cried so much last year on senior night, obviously because of my girls, but also the managers. Like, we hire really great guys, and like we recruit really great people. Like, we just got it good over here for real with our people. So they're great. I love them. Myself and the Estella's Taco-Bout Network are proud to support Count the Kicks. Count the Kicks is a stillbirth prevention program that teaches expectant parents to monitor their baby's movements through the 3rd trimester. Count the Kicks was started right here in Iowa and helped reduce our state's stillbirth rate by 32%. Expectant parents can download the free Count the Kicks app to monitor their baby's movements and speak up to their doctors if they notice a change. Visit counttthekicks.org to learn more. Are there any new game day superstitions? New. I obviously have a lot of new ones. I have my handshake with Raina. Let's see. I am at the front of the tunnel. I think or the front of the line going into the tunnel. It used to be Kate. So now I'm in charge of like the pregame hype, which if any of you guys have been to a home game, when we run into the tunnel, once we get past like a certain point, we all like start screaming. And I'm like, let's go. Ew. Oh my God. That was so cringy. But I do that. So maybe that. I'm trying to think. I don't really think so. I've kind of let go of like a lot of my superstitions because a lot of them were not necessarily tied to me thinking that it was going to affect the game. It was more so like moments with my besties. And so I've let go of a lot of them because those people aren't here anymore. So yeah, I would say just like my position and where I like stand on certain things is the same. And that's probably the only consistent thing. People always ask for funny stories, and I just genuinely cannot think of any. I feel like I've told all the funniest ones. I'm trying to think if there's, like, any funny Caitlyn moments. I don't know. I think people would just overall be surprised on how she acts, because she is a clown. Oh, this one was interesting. If you were to do a 2v2 with the girls on your team, who would you pick to be on your team, and who would you pick to go against? And so today we had a swarm event, like I said, and I was, like, my little job that I was doing was with Aaliyah, and so I asked her the same question. She said that she would pick Taylor Stremlow, which is totally valid. Taylor Stremlow is, like, a cheat code. And she would go up against Kylie and Lucy, which I thought was interesting because 4 guards going against each other, that seems crazy. But fair and understandable. Also, she said she thinks she can win, so Lucy, Kylie, if you see this, you didn't hear it from me. But here's who I would pick. I would pick Taylor Stremlow for sure, but my initial thought was I would pick Hannah because me and Hannah have mastered the pick and roll, and we just play so well with each other, so I would pick Hannah. And who I would go against? obviously in a dream world, I would go against like Taylor McCabe and Aaliyah because they're so short. So it would be so easy, but that's cheating, I feel like. So I would go up against anyone except for Sydney. I would not want to go against Sydney, and I would not want to go against Taylor Strumlow because those two girls can offensively rebound with the best of them, and I'm not here for all that. That's too much work. They're workhorses. Funniest moment with the team so far this season. So I had the brilliant idea of creating a joint like note. So that way, anytime something funny happens, we write it down on this note. And I can't show you guys all of them because some of them are pretty silly, as you can imagine. But I've started doing this with like a lot of people. So like now I have one with Gabby that's like insanely long. Some of these are really funny. Okay. So, sorry. There's new ones that I hadn't seen yet. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this happened like last week. Taylor Strumlow did the splits in practice, which was pretty crazy. So funny. She got like her ankles broken and literally did the splits. Okay, this is one of my favorite ones that I added. So I was sitting on the bench next to Tegan, and this was our Maryland game, so the game that Coach Bluter was being honored. So Kirk Ferentz was there, and he was sitting sideline, and I look at Tegan, and I'm like, oh gosh, look, there's Kirk Ferentz. And she goes, who's that? And I'm like, Kirk Ferentz? Like, what? And she's like, yeah, I have no idea who that is. I was like, Tegan, he's the football coach. Like, okay, maybe not as funny sounding out, but like, if you are an Iowa fan, like, how do you not know who Kirk Ferentz is? I thought that was pretty silly of her, but there's a lot of ones in here about food. I mean, what can you say? The girls love food. Caesar salad, cheesy bread, there's just lots of things. We're crazy. Favorite part about our locker room? Ooh, the couch. We have a couch. We have like a little kitchenette, obviously our locker room part, and then I would say like a living room, and the couch in the living room area is so freaking comfortable. And there's a nice flat screen TV in there. My sophomore year, when it got to like March Madness time, our managers would bring in their PlayStation and we would play Fortnite in there. That was pretty clutch. That was goated. Good times. And that couch is so freaking comfortable. Pre and post game routine, and then favorite form of self-care. So my pregame routine, obviously, depending on what time the game is. Actually, let me not lie. I don't get up and eat breakfast on game days unless we have an early morning shoot around that we're required to eat breakfast for. I just max out on sleep. So let's say shoot around is at noon. I'll wake up at like probably 10, get up, scroll on my phone for a little bit, go to shoot around, do some rehab and stuff. And then I personally like to go back to my apartment after shoot around because I need some time to digest life on my own. Because game days can be very stressful. It always ends in a headache and me sitting on my couch with my coat still on hours after the game happened. That's how most days end. But I like to decompress by myself. So I'll do that, and then I go back to Carver. I don't know. I text Gabby every single day and ask her when I should return to Carver. I think she says 2.5 hours before the game. I don't know. Been doing this for 3 years, still haven't figured it out. But I go back to Carver. Obviously, we play. And then most of the time after games, I get food of some sort. So, and this is actually so cute, Whit. But, sorry, I know I'm talking to you guys too. But, so my sister gets Estella's after basically every single game, or always wants Estella's. And she gets so mad because we play on Sundays, and Estella's closes at 4 on Sundays. So she can never get Estella's on Sundays. But any other time of the week, most of the time we will get Estella's, or my mom. What? Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you should tell me I can get you some and put it in the fridge, but she doesn't think ahead. And then she gets mad at me like, I own Estella's. I'm like, I didn't make the hours. I just work here a little bit. It's craziness. But yeah, Maya, when you see this, we got beefs, girl. But I get food of some kind, because if I don't get food, I get very cranky. And then I'll play Fortnite, FaceTime my friends, and go to sleep. It's so hard after games to like come back down to earth, because it's like so much adrenaline, so much hype, but just like sometimes you just sit there in your coat and you're just like, man, dang it. And sometimes you're like, golly, wow, we are pretty freaking good. There's a lot of emotions that go into it. Always so hard to go to sleep. Also, if you follow my spam, again, if you guys notice a pattern, but after games is typically when I go on my rants of posting at like midnight, 1 a.m. because I can't go to sleep because I'm so amped. Anyways. Oh, favorite form of self-care. Sorry, I forgot about that. Doing my hair, getting my hair done. Speaking of hair, you guys haven't seen me with my red hair yet. You probably have, but I got my hair done red. It's faded a little bit, but I really like the way it looks. But I'll probably go back and get it, glossed or whatever. I don't know what Emily does to me. She just makes my hair look good. And if you're looking for a place to get your hair done, you should go to Emily at Color Me Urban. You can find her on Instagram. I follow her if you really want to know. And sometimes I post her on my story because she be killing my hair. Not literally killing it. She makes it actually very much healthy. I don't know if you can see, but my roots have grown out quite a bit, which I haven't had roots in a really long time. So, period, Emily kills it. But don't book her up and take all the time slots, guys, please. Okay, I have a very limited schedule. Gosh. Now a word from our sponsor, Emily at Salon Urban. Oh, this is so fun. Dream NIL deal, and then my death row meal. All in the same comment, which is crazy because very different. Okay, dream NIL deal. I'm just thinking of like the most insane things. I'm like, oh, a private jet company. Like, okay, girl, let's be realistic. I would say, well, I really want a car, an NIL deal car. A free car? Are you kidding? Amazing. So maybe that, but like more realistically, I like doing more makeup-y things. Like if I could do like a Tarte brand trip, that'd be crazy. They would never invite me on, but I would love that. Or like clothing-wise, I would love either Lululemon or Aloe because I wear those clothes. That's really what I'm wearing right now. Oh my goodness. That would be great. But yeah, I've gotten a lot of like really good stuff. Like another thing that I really wanted to do was have a podcast, and I have a podcast. So I'm very grateful for what I have. Dreams are dreams for a reason. Oh, death row meal. Okay. I'm going to compile quite a few things here. So I would want Gray's, which is a restaurant here in Iowa City, Gray's eggs. I would want 3 steak tacos from Estella's with Spanish rice, steak, obviously, flour tortillas, onion, queso, guac. Then I would want something sweet. Oh my gosh, a Molly's vanilla cupcake. No icing. I know I'm weird, but actually I want a sheet cake. Like Molly's cupcakes, but in a sheet cake. They should do that. I would buy one. I eat Molly's cupcakes all the time. Don't tell my strength coach. They're so good. So that's what I have for dessert. What else would I want? Oh, you know what would be so good? A poppy slushie. I should try to make that. I would want a poppy slushie. What else? Oh, and a lobster tail. Oh, no, actually, scratch the lobster tail. I would want all of that and a seafood boil with rice and hush puppies. And that would be my death row meal, probably. And a Snickers ice cream bar. That sounds really good. That's what my death row meal would be. And I would want to wear, do you guys remember Comfies, like the sweatshirt that was a blanket? It would be in my list that I would wear a hot pink comfy while eating all of this. No socks. Just bare feet in my hot pink comfy. Oh my goodness. That is so funny. Okay guys, my new obsession, Poppy. The flavor is so good and
It doesn't hurt my tummy, which is what I really like about it. It's good and healthy for your gut, and it tastes amazing. This is my favorite flavor, if you guys are wondering. It's Doc Pop, and another fan favorite is the orange creamsicle. But if you haven't tried it, you definitely should, because it's my favorite.
Someone asked if I will be at Caitlin's jersey retirement. Yes, because it is on a game day, so I will be there. Sorry if that sounded snarky, but I just thought that was funny. Obviously, I will be there. I'm still on the team, silly. Oh, this is also fun. Best Halloween costume as a kid? I really loved being a vampire. That was like my favorite. I loved the fake teeth, and I loved doing like deep vampy makeup. I loved being a vampire. That was and I'll never forget. Obviously like the vampire dresses, but I had this purple one, and it had long sleeves, like black and lacy, and it had like little black lacy spiders on it. Oh, I felt like the baddest chick on the block with that dress on. I was like, good luck competing with me. Also, I know Caitlin talked about this, but did not everyone do trick or treat like the trick or treat way? Like, you had to tell a trick to get a treat. No? That was like very shocking for me that people just go and get candy. Well, I guess some people do call it beggar's night. I don't know. But like where I was from, obviously the same place Caitlin's from, but like you had to tell a trick, or you had to do a trick or have a joke. And my joke was always, how do you make a napkin dance? You put a little boogie in it. Or I would do like a back bend, and I thought it was so cool. I'd be like, watch this, and it's like a backhand walkover or whatever. I really thought I was going to be a cheerleader. Wicked. Loved Wicked so much. Everyone who keeps asking me about this, obviously I love Wicked. And if you have me on earbuds, I cannot stop listening to the soundtrack. Now you're going to ask me, I already know, what's your favorite song? Top 3. In order. What is this feeling at number 1? Obviously. And I really relate that to my life a lot. There's a lot of things that I loathe. Next, Defying Gravity. Duh. In third, okay, I'm going to say No One Mourns the Wicked really brings out something in me emotionally. And I would say Popular, but let me just play this for you guys. And tell me that this doesn't, I know that they were like, oh, all the girls sang live, but this sounds like they went through and edited it. Hold on.
Popular, you're gonna be popular.
Do you hear that? When it goes, you, like that sounds so edited to me. And it drives me freaking nuts. I cannot listen to the song without like physically cringing. One more time.
Popular, you're gonna be popular.
Like, that's not right. Yeah. Like, it's not okay. And I love Ariana Grande, but they butchered that, and they definitely edited it. And it makes me mad because they told me that everything was sang live. Song, sang, whatever. Makes me mad. Moving on. Favorite school to play against? Nebraska. Specifically, 2024 at the Big Ten tournament. Oh, God, there it is again. Quiet, Ari. Okay, that's probably my favorite game, and beating LSU. Funniest story from an away trip. Oh, I wanted to talk about this. This story has been told before, but my God, when I saw this question, when Monica forgot her bag, Operation Mon bag, that is like it was so funny. And maybe it's only funny if you were there. It's not, because Whitney's laughing at it right now, because you've heard the story. It's so funny. Monica forgot her bag when we were going to play at Ohio State. They were number 2, and this was like, I think number 2. Or maybe we were number 2. They were ranked really high. This was a really big game. And we were all like kind of nervous, eggshells. We get to the hotel, and the managers are handing us all of our bags. Monica's is gone. We're like, what the heck? Checking everywhere. No one has Monica's bag. So she texts maybe our other couple managers who stayed home or someone. And no, she asked the managers there, sorry. And they're like, oh yeah, like we never grabbed it out of your car. Then Hannah's mom, who was driving from Cedar Rapids to Ohio State, thank goodness, goes to get Monica's bag, and she's prepared to like have to, Jamie Rigg, get inside. Monica's car was just unlocked. And by the graces of God, her bag was in there, right in her trunk, just where she left it. Hannah's mom drives a bag to Columbus or whatever Ohio State is. She has her bag, but when we go to shoot around, she had to wear like, miscellaneous pieces from the manager. So she's wearing like Tanner's shorts or someone's shorts that are really big on her, like weird socks, tennis shoes. Like it was just quite funny. And I literally was prepared. I was like, Monica, you can take my bag, wear my jersey, please. Like, we need you. We need to win this game. We ended up winning, thank God. But I was like, it was just really funny that it happened and at the Ohio State game. Funny stories about my family. My favorite story to tell about my family, this is about my sister, actually, and my brother. Well, no, he didn't really have anything to do with it. But when I was in second grade, my brother and sister had gotten Subway, and I had just come back from maybe basketball practice or like band practice. I used to play the flute, by the way, if you wanted to know that. I was very good. Not really. But so I really just wanted one bite of my sister's buffalo chicken sandwich from Subway. Just one bite. And I was begging her and begging her. And she kept saying no. My mom was like, just give her one bite. And like having siblings, and I was the youngest one, I took the tiniest little nibble. Because I just, I wanted the flavor. That was it. And I go back, and my brother made some snarky comment or something. So my sister picked up a spatula and threw it at my brother. And my brothers are 7 years older than me. And they were like twice my size and height. So she threw it at him, and it was going right at his stomach. I turned my little darling, cute, little perfect face. Bang. Spatula hits me dead in my nose. I still have a little scar. Yeah, it was terrible. And I was in second grade, and the boy I had a crush on was in my class, and I had to wear Band-Aid on my nose for like a week, and I was devastated. I never thought I was going to get over it. I still haven't, but that's describes my sister in a nutshell. Don't try to eat her food. She'll try to kill you, literally. But I will be continuing the podcast. I know you guys have been wondering about that. Obviously, here I am. We have 2 more eps this season, so we'll have 2 more guests. And then who knows what the future holds. Just kidding. I'll be back. Anyways, if you're ever in the Iowa City or Coralville area, you should check out the new Estella's. I say plural because there's a new one in Coralville, and they redesigned the one in Iowa City, and they're beautiful, so you should see them. I really do love Poppy. I'm almost out. I need to get more. It's amazing. I drink it all the time. You guys should get it. Also, I love when you guys make TikToks. And if any of you have seen Mean Girls, and it's like, Regina George wore blah, 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 so I wore. But people have been saying that, and they're like, Jada Gyamfi drinks Poppy, so now I drink Poppy. Yes. Yes. 1,000%. I seriously, this is no glaze. Seriously, I don't think I've had a soda in a really long time because I just drink Poppy. And I had a problem for a while where I drank too many at a time. So now I only allow myself one with dinner and maybe one for a midnight snack. But that's it. But I love Poppy. And if you haven't tried it, you should. And they have a new flavor too, cream soda. It's yummy. It's so good. I love Poppy. But yeah. Okay. I think that's it. I've had such a great time with you guys. This has been fun to catch up. Maybe we'll do this again sometime. Love you, miss you, mean it. Okay, bye.